Hey, what's poppin' with y'all, Real 16 TV? It's Cuzzo P here. We just gonna do a quick little, like, I guess you call it a small type podcast, you know what I'm saying? We trying my boy Mac out for this. This is what I was telling you guys a long time ago. I had somebody I would like to work on a project with, so this would be our practice run, you know what I'm saying, for a possible podcast that we'd like to do together. So basically, we're gonna start this off with something quick. I'm gonna give him a couple topics, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give our opinion on it. You seen us do it with Ishman. We're gonna start with the whole PPP loan thing. Now, to give you like more context of what I want to ask you about with the PPP loan, and this is comment, by the way, this is Mac Dog. Basically, so everybody's been getting in trouble for the PPP loans, right? And the limitations on all the rules and all that stuff has been kind of weird. You know what I mean? At first they were saying you can get in trouble for not having enough like staff on hand, which actually turned out not to be the case. Right. You don't have to have enough staff on hand at all. You just have to actually be purchasing stuff that matters to your business. So if this is Cuzzo and Dreedy's lawn service or Cuzzo's and Mac's lawn service, and we don't buy no lawnmowers, they gonna definitely send our asses to jail. So my question to you, I guess, is with all the stuff that's been going on, you know what I'm saying, in these last couple of months, how do you feel about these people that are accepting all this money that they don't really have a use for, like trying to be a scammer or a frauder? Because, you know, they've been doing it in multiple ways besides PPP.
It almost sounds like it really depends on your definition of, like, scamming and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, it almost just, like, seems they're playing the benefits to the government's rules and systems, almost like how a lot of rich people do it, you know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Evading taxes and stuff like that. So it's like, even when they got all the money they just trying to find out how to make more and how to keep it theirs, you know? So it's like...
You're not wrong. You're 100% right. I think I don't find it as scamming. I think that was the wrong choice of words to use. But I think, do you think they should go about this smarter? Because it seems as though everybody's for sure saying, oh yeah, you motherfuckers is going to jail. They're not acting like these are people that are going to get away with this. They're acting like these people are for sure going to jail. So I guess if you were to do the PPP loan and stuff like that, and say you had some sort of business and stuff like that, would you take this money and would you enjoy it because you never had no money? Or would you actually like put it into a real actual business? Just
it's from what it sounds like, I'd almost have to, you know, just to be able
to stay out on the streets.
Yeah, just be able to stay out of prison.
For real, because you will lose your life over that shit. They trying to wrap people up. Because you seen that thing? It's gonna be a problem. You know, get one.
On God, bro.
Hey, that's some real shit. It's gonna go bad for these people.
That's funny shit.
Speaking of people that got money and that be doing their thing and stuff like that, I just seen a thing about Pooh Shiesty. You know who the rapper Pooh Shiesty is?
Yes, I do.
Young dude from the state of Memphis. Sorry, my hat crooked, but young dude from the state of Memphis. He actually he's a part of 1017. I know you seen the thing about the chains and stuff like that. There was that thing about Gucci Mane and the possible transvestite with the chains. You remember that?
I don't remember that. I never saw that.
For lack of proper terms of words, I was going to ask about another question, but we're going to go into that. Tell me I'm wrong. If y'all in the comments go, there was a thing where Gucci Mane, there was transvestite, hand on his chest, nails out, 1017 chain around his neck. It was Shiesty. Shiesty did it? Sorry. Sorry, my behind the scene correspondents let me know that it was actually Pooh Shiesty. Sorry for putting smut on your name, Gucci Mane. Pooh Shiesty got caught with transvestite and stuff like that. How do you feel about that?
Like, getting caught with a transvestite?
Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but like being the type of man that he's claimed to be. You know what I'm saying? With all the issues that he had, you know, this could be a career-ruining moment, but he done pushed it around like it ain't done nothing. Now, my question for you is, how would you feel either being the person that caught him doing that, or, you know what I'm saying, what would you do?
As Pooh Shiesty, you know, if you're putting on some fake mask, talking about, you know, that you think that's like a bad thing or whatever, and then you go and do it, like, yeah, you fronting, so it's like, you can't really stand behind anything that you've been saying to your fans, your public.
Real.
So I feel like as long as you know you're true to what you say, true to what you believe in, how you hold yourself, then ain't nobody can really judge you. So.
Real. Because I think what the confusion is, you remember that thing where Riley was like, hey, that's gay. It's not that people actually have a problem with gay people. I don't think there is some people. In my case, I don't think that's the case. I think I'm more likely to call you, hey, that's if you're trying to hide the fact that you doing something that you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in the case of this, it's cool if that's how he gets down. If you want to rap on every song, Lil Nas X seems that last song, even though how weird it was, is making
people got down with it.
Plenty of money. You feel me?
Yeah, people got down with it.
Pooh Shiesty, I don't know if he could be talking about he got, you know what I'm saying, straps and all that stuff while he hanging out with, you know what I'm saying, people of a different walk of life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I guess to continue that on with the Pooh Shiesty thing, you feel me? Pooh Shiesty said that Gucci Mane actually doesn't get all the credit that he should as a rapper. Now, the reason why I brought that up is because in my humble opinion, Gucci Mane gets plenty of fucking credit. Right. If anything, this man gets so much fucking credit, like it's damn near pouring out the man's skins.
I mean, I don't ever listen to Gucci Mane, and I'm always hearing Gucci Mane being brought up. You know, he's always the talk about something in the rap industry and stuff like that.
You just never a fan?
I was never personally a fan, you know. It just wasn't my kind of music, but
Word. Was it?
Definitely don't seem like he's kind of really underrated, you know.
He definitely not underrated.
People talk about him like he's, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you were a kid, your pops wasn't playing. What was your pops playing at the crib? More like old school.
My pops was playing, you know, old school R&B. Yeah, that's where he really liked to. He really liked to listen to. And my mom was like, she grew up in her white family. She was listening to some old stuff, old classical music. My dad kind of got her into some, you know, Beyonce, some real stuff like that.
He was like, we gotta add some flavor in the mix.
Some Alicia Keys, you know.
I feel that. I feel that. That being said, speaking of singing and R&B and stuff like that, my guy Akon or whatever was just at a gas station just the other day, right? He went to pump his gas. He happened to look back and there was a young, I'm gonna say more than likely, not to be stereotypical, African American gentleman taking his whip, taking his whip and pushing it. You know what I'm saying? That being said, as a rich person, do you think you would not at least come with your mans? Or let me rewind this. How would you feel if you were in the same situation? You got millions of dollars, mind you. Akon has actually put millions into Africa, into changing the aesthetics of Africa with lights and all that. This man got plenty of money.
In his own city. Though.
Yeah, I don't even think that man should be walking by himself. Now, if you were Akon, would you end up in this position, and elaborate on why not?
I mean, people are out there that's gonna do horrible things, so it's like, to be prepared for almost every situation, more bodies the better. And if you got money, you know, it's not that hard to have an extra body around you pretty much at all times. Yeah. So pretty much it's the fact of him being unprepared. I've honestly been in almost the same situation at a gas station, go in to buy some sticks, left my car running because it was cold as hell outside, and then turn around and see my freaking Chrysler peeling down 20th Street. So my
that
phone,
really happened?
Yeah, my phone was in it, everything. I had to use the Casey's phone to call the police, tell them that my car's just been stolen, phone's in it, and they're peeling off down Range Line or 20th Street.
Damn. Ain't that about a
bitch? Yeah.
Hey, well, you was in the same position. So basically, what you telling me, you would did a lot better if you would have had one of your crimies with you, one of your partners with you.
I mean, now you know I don't give a fuck what the temperature is outside. You know, I'm locking my door, but they definitely ain't leaving the keys in that bitch running.
Yeah, that's crazy as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was young.
I don't even leave the keys in my car with the homies in the car, and it ain't that I think they gonna steal it. I'm just like, well, somebody hop in, like, nigga, get out the passenger seat. Like, you feel me? So I'm just like, hey.
But look, none of them can leave the keys in there, though.
Yeah, that's real talk. But real talk, that was just crazy to me, and I couldn't personally understand why such a thing like that happened. You know what I mean?
You just gotta always be aware that there's people out there that, like, really no matter how much you have, they want to take something from you, you know? So it's like, especially when you do have, you know, a lot to take, people are gonna come after it.
For real. And speaking of that, something that I meant to talk about, and I was gonna post a video about it, and I didn't. Speaking of people taking stuff, just recently there was a shooting, right, where a drug deal happened to go wrong in the middle of Chicago. You feel me? There ends up being a shooting. You know what I'm saying? Little Reese ends up losing his eye. Do you know who Little Reese is? Mm-hmm. I'll give you context then. Little Reese is a part of the not the O Block faction, but he part of Chief Keef. He from like 600, but he a part of that little faction. Okay, yeah, the 300 faction, but he not 300 though. It go 300, 600, and Lamron. So 300, 600, then Lamron. I think he's 600. Lamron. He from Lamron. Okay, you know what I'm saying? We got correspondence in the background. We getting better.
Always plug.
Yep. We got Lamron. So that being said, he part of that faction. And if you know what happened, there was just the Quando Rondo situation and stuff. In Atlanta, you know what happened with them in Quando Rondo, right? King Von ended up dying. Quando Rondo ended up being the shooter. Right. Well, just recently, Uh, yeah, his homie Lil Tim ended up being the shooter. But just recently there was a thing where somebody happened to catch you know what I'm saying, Quando Rondo in Atlanta. They actually didn't hit Quando Rondo, but they ended up hitting one of his friends and injuring one of his friends, right?
Right.
Okay, this just happened like 2 weeks ago. But just recently, that stuff happened with Little Reese. Now, I might be wrong, but if you, with all this beef going on and the fact that people are hitting people up in different states individually, do you think that by any chance corresponds in some sort of way? Like, as an outsourced source, because you don't really know too much on the insides of it. What would you say?
I mean, like, with how much happened nowadays, you know, that's just like, it's almost no. You could tell any type of story about really anything, you know, and there's gonna be loopholes in it. It's gonna be fishy parts.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really gotta have your proof behind, you know, what you saying or what you believe to be is true.
Yeah, that's true. You 100%. I guess my thing, I might be fishing here. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
fishing. I might be fishing, but I guess my thing was if somebody come and get me in Atlanta, right? We from Georgia. You come get me in Georgia, right? And we supposed to be having a beef where you like you shutting down my shows. If we see you, we might be a problem. Somebody shoot at us. Why wouldn't we come to Chicago and either pay them up to run into wherever you at and cause a whole like you know what I'm saying scene per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And speaking of which, this is a perfect time because obviously I'm a little bit more street with it, so my opinion is going to be obviously a little bit more different than my guy. But just to hear both sides of each opinion on it, that's what I'm getting at. So you don't like I obviously you don't think it corresponds or nothing like that. But are you even big on the like too big on the hip hop? You know what I'm saying when it comes to different stuff.
I mean, big on it.
Not big on it, but are you intrigued by what's going on?
Honestly, yeah, because it's like it is crazy to see how you know a lot of these rappers that you know a lot of them don't be coming from nothing. You know, pretty much all of them don't be coming from nothing. So obviously they all gonna act a little bit differently when they get around this money and stuff.
And from
maybe
different
regions mixing together. You know, there's gonna be a lot of beef floating around the area. But I mean, like. I think no matter who you are, you know, if you's getting fucked with and you's getting, you know, shot at or whatever the case may be,
push back.
Like yeah, you gotta push back just as like pretty much as a human being with some pride, you know.
There's a real motherfucker in any area. Don't get that confused. Every area got that person there. He gonna be there. Speaking of regional though, since we getting into regional, just now we see my boy. He just dropped a you know what I'm saying mixtape album. He been doing this thing. Jermaine Cole is out here calling himself to be the shooter now out there in Africa. You know what I'm saying? He busting out.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is, have you seen the complaint that they have posted today though? A player from the European leagues honestly had a complaint. He said it's crazy that all these kids from these places are working so hard to try to get here to become somebody, but then a person with money comes over into our lane and only averages 1 point a game and don't be doing nothing, but due to his fame, he allowed to be over here.
Yeah, you know, he allowed to play. I always thought that was weird. I really never knew what kind of basketball history, you know, Jermaine had, but
he cold. He cold. You ain't see that man hit the 360 in the what's it called game? Like he cold. He can do some shit.
He almost made it to the league once.
Yeah, he did. He cold. He almost made it to the league. Cold.
So I mean, like if he's good enough to play, then you know whether you got money or not, beforehand or afterhand.
But he averaging 1 point a game in the European League. We're not even talking about the NBA. We talking about 1 point a game in the European League.
So what it sounds like.
Not saying I could do it. No disrespect to no European. I'm not saying I could do it, but I'm just saying.
But you know, yeah, I definitely get that. The European League ain't as good as the NBA.
No, you almost playing with like you know when you go play somewhere where there's some extra good players that you like. These niggas should play for college. And you suck. That's what it feel like playing some European League people, I think. And I think I'll still score maybe 1 point. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If he used to be good enough to play for the European League, that's a different story. If you ain't good enough now, then like you definitely shouldn't be playing.
Yeah. Well, then on the flip side, dude also said I'm okay with the fact that the sheer fact that Jermaine Cole is in here is actually bringing shine to the European League and giving them a chance. We had a man RPM. His name's Cat. Johnson. He used to be in the European League, and he played. He lived here. He lived where we from, and nobody really gave him too much accolades unless they needed a card. So I think if Jermaine Cole was throwing shine on it back in the day, or who was a rapper back in the day, that 50 Cent, Snoop, somebody important was throwing shine on it back in the day.
There's probably my nigga Tree used to hoop too.
There's probably other ways
Tree. Our guy Tree.
There's probably other ways to shine, put the spotlight on the European leagues without actually joining and kind of making a fool of yourself, only getting 1 point a game.
So at that point he making a fool of himself. Maybe he look at it as this is his chance to like fuck rapping. I'm gonna go play this. I'm gonna go hoop in Africa. If I can do my shit, I can go pay for the league. You know what I'm saying? I can go play for the league.
Right.
You feel me? I could be somebody.
But if you ain't good enough to play in the league, then you can't play in the league, bro. It's just that simple. Like,
so you
there's
said
other ways to show. Like, this man could have been, putting money up, starting camps up, basketball camps. Like, there's definitely
helping other people get to the league.
like there are
like doing like the Snoop Dogg thing where we gonna
literally.
Yeah,
like,
I feel
but
that.
instead, he just like thinks
he still want to follow his dream.
Whether it's your dream or not, bro, you still gotta be good enough, bro. Like,
I ain't think he would. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta, if you can go through the NBA training.
Like, yes, you still gotta put the work in to get your dream. You can't just achieve one dream, get the money for it, and then just put down money on all the other dreams, and just to get like that plaque to say that you did it, even though you didn't really do it. You gotta put the work in, grind there like everybody else does.
All right.
You can't just use the money that you got from one dream to put that plaque with the other dream up on your wall.
But you can't. I get what you're saying. You can't force the plaque up there. You gotta work for the plaque.
You gotta work for it.
So we got a homie. Obviously, he playing correspondence today. The homie Dreedy, right? If we sent him through NBA training right now and stuff like that, I think he could play for the European League. If we're talking about NBA trainers, they put the little air mask on Cuz while he run on the treadmill.
He go out there and he practice in front of some actual coaches that coach some European leagues or league teams. Mm-hmm. And, they look at that man and be like, I want him to play on my team. I know what he can bring to my team, and I want that, Then obviously, you got everything that it takes to make it. But
you think Africans are really good at basketball? Go ahead, say
for sure. I mean,
they not black like us. I just want to throw that out there. We are the N-words, the ones that used to be like here. We're the originators of the basketball, like being good at it. Like Africa, they just looking at us like, you know what? But I like that.
Africa just got some naturally talented motherfuckers. So it's like
they ain't human. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You give them enough practice.
But you got African DNA. You can't be forgetting that.
Oh God.
Yeah, you can't forget that. You African by descent, my God. So I don't even think they'd be as good at us as basketball. That was the point I was trying to make. I don't think them coaches could train them that much. But
I feel like if they had resources we had, they'd probably be better. Like if they had, straight out the get-go, I was in JYBA, Joplin Youth Basketball Association.
I feel that.
So we was starting out itty bitty, playing basketball for an actual organization team. Everybody got jerseys, and we practiced. And I've been playing basketball ever since, up until high school, obviously.
And that should say a lot about your skills. Because I'm gonna be real, I didn't play basketball when I was a young kid, except for with the homies. It was kind of noticeable, like I just said, Dreedy. It was kind of noticeable that he played when he was a kid. The homie Tory, it was kind of noticeable that he played when he was a kid. Like they had a little bit more fundamentals that I had to learn playing against them and shit like that. I ain't really have those fundamentals off it.
And just with how naturally talented they are, like if you gave those opportunities to like all the kids that in the European countries or in Africa especially, then it's like they could be coming up breeding some crazy ass motherfuckers.
They could.
I mean, like one of the most crazy.
Bobo, I think Bobo African. Is Bobo African?
I know Giannis isn't African, but shit, he's
Giannis is African, but he from Greece. And let's as a black person, I ain't gonna lie to you. Go look at your map. Egypt is in Africa like a motherfucker. Now, when they do that Middle Eastern thing, it's because it's those people are a combination of two. The land. But the landmass is Africa. Egypt's in Africa. Continue.
But yeah, like it's just with all the natural talent. Like if they got those same resources that we have, that being able to be coached from such a young age, then they'd probably be dominating us.
They are in all them other sports like that.
Already.
That fucking that wrestling and that boxing you was talking about. They got like African wrestling where they're uppercutting, and then they got some boxing where they rope up their hand like tight. And be the
whooping each other's asses.
Hey, they cold. And they making it to the UFC, bro. They in there. But shoot,
if they had the resources, they definitely could.
They could, bro, without a problem. They just have to know somebody. Like, oh boy, what's that dude? Nagano?
I don't know.
The dude that used to work at the sand mines when he was a kid and shit. Like since a kid he was in Africa working at sand mines, like dodging gang. No, that's a different dude. But Nagano is the dude that's supposed to fight John Jones, maybe.
I never.
He knocked out Alistair. He knocked out Alistair. You don't know who Alistair is.
Yeah.
Alistair Overeem.
Yeah, Overeem.
The big light skin.
Huge freaking traps, bro.
Big
traps
as hell.
like a motherfucker.
Hey, Nagano. slept him like that. That man's been slept by everybody in that. Hey, Alistair Overeem been slept by everybody. Look it up. In the UFC, he probably has the most got slept. Didn't just lose by decision. Like everybody knocks this man out. Even my fat dude, Big Country, knocked Cuz the fuck out. Big Country knocked him out.
Big Country
dropped his knees in. You know what I'm saying? But just to we just wanted to give y'all a taste of what we about to deliver. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Cuz needed a practice round.
Trying to get the podcast boiling up. You know how it is.
You know what I'm saying? He finna do his thing too. He cold with it. You feel me? You see how he was able to keep a conversation. Practice makes perfect. This is the beginning. All we gotta do is make sure Cuz continue. And you know what I say? This show is always all about making sure like we keep everybody going, start a movement. You know what I'm saying? Gradually grow all together and stuff like that. And just to show you how hard we finna go with it, this is 101 with Mac. I'm gonna make sure this motherfucker makes 2. You feel me? So please like and subscribe because it's free. Share because it's free. Hey, share because you fuck with us.
We only ain't big because of y'all. Y'all like and subscribe.
On God. Facts. And be waiting for another channel to come out. You know what I'm saying? Mac probably gonna be the, you know what I'm saying, the person that hosted, but I'll be on it. So like, subscribe, share, and continue to fuck with us. Like.